it is absolutely true that the theology of ihsan, the philosophy of ihsan, would run counter to consequentialism. And although Orientalists have filled many pages to try to prove that Islamic morality was largely consequentialist and deontological, again, until we write our own history and until we write our own philosophical narrative and the story of our own philosophy, I'm very skeptical of all of that. There are Orientalists like Franz Rosenzweig or even someone like Majid Fakhri, who wrote on Islamic philosophy. I don't put much weight in their work at all. There are other people that I respect, like Frank Griffo, but until Muslims tell their own history, and until Muslims read their own philosophy and they explain their own philosophy, I think, to say the least, the jury's out. For a million different reasons, all we know about Islamic philosophy, which has been 90% of it has been written by Orientalists. And anyone that tells you I specialize in Islamic philosophy, they've relied on unread Orientalist writings, 90%. Muslims have just done a miserable job with their own philosophical legacy. So many Muslims that even wrote about Islamic philosophy in Arabic or in Persian, they go get their degrees in the West and they study with Orientalists, and then they basically regurgitate what they've learned in Western institutions. I don't know any philosophical tradition that is betrayed by its own people, like Muslims have betrayed their own philosophical traditions. I just don't know of any. In Iran, you've got Shabestari, who reads Western philosophers and cuts and pastes Western philosophical theory on Islamic. I mean, when are we going to grow up and develop our own brains, for God's sake? It makes me sick. It just really makes me sick. God gave us brains, like all other human beings. And all it requires is just the moral courage to do the hard work yourself and not be an imitator. So, yeah, I mean, I haven't read good work on Islamic philosophy in a long time. There are sprouts of hope here and there, but it's very hard to specialize in Muslim philosophy in the Muslim world and to have a career as a specialist in Islamic philosophy in Muslim academic institutions. Because the way Muslims are in the modern age, they don't care about philosophy. In fact, they don't care about thought, which is bizarre, because if you don't care about thought, then you don't care about being human. You don't care about life. I mean, we are thinking animals. So if you say, I don't care about thinking, then you're just an animal. And then good luck.